Hello and welcome to Ashland High School on this chilly February 16th, 2021. It is senior day here in the Ashland High School gym with the Clockers taking on the Hillers. You're tuned into Ashland High School girls varsity basketball. Girls just taking the court right now. And as you may have heard, your starters for Ashland are senior Brooke Kulaga, Caroline Ellis, Gwendolyn Gosso, Lauren Marcy, and Claire Marcy. All seniors taking the court for Ashland. Your starting five for Hopkinton is Lauren Murphy, Caroline Connell, Mackenzie Fossbender, Lauren Cho, and Alexis Trendle. Hopkinton going to start off with the ball here. Ashland's been 1-5 in this shortened season. Hopkinton 4-4. Looking for the inbound. Hopkinton drives straight to the hoop. The kick out, an immediate three attempt is to the right, and a rebound by one of the Marcy sisters. That is what they do best. As Lauren drives down the court, passes over to Brooke Kulaga, having some trouble. Tries for the outlet pass, but instead throws it out of bounds. Pass intended for Caroline Ellis. Gonna be Hopkinton ball. Just underway here in Ashland. Inbound pass to Lauren Cho. Seems to be the primary ball handler. Drives to the cup. Does not get it to fall though. Great defense by Claire Marcy. Over to her sister Lauren. We cross the timeline. Lauren not really on ball handling duty for Ashland usually. And there's a shot attempt from senior Gwendolyn Gosso. Shot doesn't go, but she's fouled. She's going to get a couple free throws early here. First free throw is wide left. Gosso usually comes off the bench for Ashland, but I suppose in honor of senior night, she gets the start here tonight. Gosso misses them both. And the quick outlet pass from Hopkinton is kicked back out, passing it around the key, looking for an open shot. Thought they had one, but passes it up. Top of the key is Lauren Murphy. Outlet pass to Cho. Cho to the hoop. Can't get the layup to go, and Marcy pulls down the rebound. Over to Caroline Ellis. Looking for the handoff, doesn't get it. And a turnover by Ashland. And just under the hoop is Hopkinton, and converting the layup is Mackenzie Fossbender. First points of the night. And again, the quick steal to conversion by Hopkinton. That's a quick 4 points for Mackenzie Fossbender. The only points in the game, Claire Marcy tries to get it by the Hopkinton press and is not successful in doing so. So that's another turnover for Ashland. 3 quick turnovers that have led to 4 Hopkinton points. Cho with the ball at half court. Receives the pass back. The give and go is good. And the press is shaking Ashland up early here. Pass over to Sophia Shepard, who's checked in the game. And Hopkinton got a hand on it before it went out of bounds. So side out for Ashland. Inbound from Lauren Marcy. Over to Ellis. Excuse me, so Sophia Shepard. Being tossed around the key. A try a bank shot from Claire Marcy. The 3 attempt from Fossbender does not go for Hopkinton. But offensive rebound Kicked back out in the drive by Fossbender. She has been outstanding getting into the Ashland defense thus far. Lauren with the drive. And it is out on Hopkinton. Ashland's going to retain possession. That's good instincts from Lauren Marcy to instantly try to convert off the fast break. So 6-0 the lead here for Hopkinton early in the first quarter. Side out for Ashland. Melissa Leone checking in the game, as is Sonali Cialino. And the three from Melissa Leone is going to go. She has had kind of an uncharacteristically down season this year, as another shot's going to go for Mackenzie Fossbender. But if that's any indication, she is feeling it today. Ashland's going to retain possession. And Leone with the inbound yet again. Sonali looking for the point guard. Kicks it around. Morella tries for a shot, no good. And Hopkinton pulls down the rebound. Corner three from Fossbender, no good for Hopkinton. And leading the fast break is Morella. The kick out to Catherine Carter, no good. But Ashland's getting some nice looks early here. Lauren Cho trying to look for a hole in the defense. She takes the three instead, it's short. And Ashland, Melissa Leone with the rebound. Colby Lima takes one dribble, tries for the three ball, and it is short. .328 left to go in the first here. Hopkinton ball. And Ashland running a little bit of a press here. Trying to make it a little bit more difficult for Hopkinton to get into their defense. Hopkinton swinging it across the three-point line. Finds the corner three again. I think that was Fossbender. Not going to go. But Marcy tears down the rebound, a hard rebound. Over to Morella. Drives it quickly down the court. And easy layup. Quick 2 points for Morella. She's been outstanding this season. Hopkinton's had some great ball movement early, and there's Cho for three. No good, but pulled down for an offensive rebound. And a nice cut from number 15, Lauren Murphy on Holliston. Another offensive rebound. Fossbender tries to drive to the hoop again, but this time the rebound is controlled by Ashland. Morella leading the charge again, steps back for a three. Almost got the bounce. And Fossbender in the fast break. Goes for the layup, but a great block from Marcy. That's what they put her under the hoop for. Morella tried to dig out the lane and instead drew the foul. Fouls on Murphy. Wholesale subs for Ashland, as it has been the trend all season. What's good for Ashland, though, is although they do make wholesale subs, and that may be a little bit uncharacteristic in terms of trying to get a momentum for one specific line, there isn't a clear drop-off in talent when it comes to their bench, as you would normally see in a bench unit versus a starter unit for a basketball team. It seems like any of these Ashland girls can score at will if it's their given day, and all of them can certainly make plays. So 5-8 score here. Getting pretty late into the first quarter. Connor Donovan here bringing you the game. Have Chase Abrams on camera today. It is winter break for the high school here, which is why we have the uncharacteristically early game. 12:30 start here. And both of these teams just kind of feeling each other out. Neither team really taking a huge lead. Hopkinton's had a good amount of looks and has been really effective at penetrating the Ashland defense and finding the shot. They just haven't dropped yet. And Ashland has been really good in the fast break thus far. Inbound to Sonali Cialino. Over to Lauren Marcy. And picked off by Fossbender. She's been all over the court today. Dribbles it off her foot, but regains possession. Outside, and number 33, Alexis Trendle, drains a three for Hopkinton. 11-5 the score now. Hopkinton takes the biggest lead of the game in 5. Ashland again leading the fast break. Hopkinton's got to get back in transition. But the rebound pulled down by Fossbender, and she's a one-man army in the fast break. Neither team getting their shots to fall right now, though. Marcy pulls down the rebound, and Lima over the timeline. Lima finds a lane and drives. The layup is good. Colby Lima on the board. Hopkinton really good at swinging it around the key and really trying to find those open lanes or holes in the defense before they take their shot. The ball movement is really on point right now. Over to Fossbender. She's carving a lane for herself and gets fouled. No, jump ball, she got tied up. And the arrow goes Ashland's way. Yeah, the shot clock was running down and Ashland's defense just collapsed on Fossbender, who has 6 points in the game for Hopkinton already. Ashland's been getting it by the press pretty easily now. That's going to be a turnover for Ashland. Cho back in the game. Outlet pass. Swinging it around. Hopkinton has open shots. They take it and make it. That's number 5, Jessica Iannelli. Lima breaks the press. Wide pass to Leone. And neither of the shots are good for Ashland there. And Cho tries for the half-court shot as the first quarter expires. 7-13 is your score as we head into the second. Both teams definitely seeming to excel in their respective, I would say, strengths from what I can see. Hopkinton with the ball movement and Ashland in transition. Both teams have been fantastic in those respects. Leading scorers thus far, we have Mackenzie Fossbender, who leads all scorers with 6 for Hopkinton, and Melissa Leone with 3 for Ashland. Ashland's probably looking to get Melissa Leone or Caroline Ellis going today, or Carly Morella, who can light it up from downtown as well. If they can get their shooters going, then their offense really unlocks. Because they're definitely deep in the center position with the Marcy sisters and Sonali Cialino. Hopkinton inbounding here over to Cho. Cho pass to Murphy, swinging it around. Tries to find the lane, Murphy for three. No good, Marcy with the rebound. Claire finds Kulaga. Inside back to Claire. Tries to post up, but can't get the shot to fall. Rebound Hopkinton. Cho waiting for her offense to catch up. Murphy inside, and nice ball movement, but the shot is on the ground. The foul's on the ground, excuse me. So it's gonna be side out for Hopkinton. That was fantastic ball movement. And Caroline Connell almost got that shot to fall off the nice cut. Pick and roll for Hopkinton between Cho and Alexis Trendle. Yeah, Hopkinton's offense is definitely multi-layered here. They have a lot of options they can go to and a lot of set offenses to really open up their options here. Pick and roll again, but it is rejected. Out to Fossbender, then to Murphy. The ball movement and off-ball cutting for Hopkinton is just fantastic. As Fossbender collapsed the defense and the easy pass to Trendle for two. Turnover for Ashland over to Cho, and the layup is no problem. Quick 4 points for Hopkinton here. Morella over to Sophia Shepard, inside to Marcy, but the layup is no good. Hopkinton the other way. Ashland couldn't get hands on the rebound, so it's gonna end up being Hopkinton's ball. 7-17, Ashland has yet to score in the quarter thus far. Hopkinton looking for an opportunity. Cho with a nifty shot. Could have been a blocking foul, could have gone either way on that one. Leone in transition and gets called for the charge. That is the double-edged sword to being aggressive in transition. Sometimes the offensive foul works against you. Ashland now full pressing here. But Hopkinton has some capable ball handlers and handles it pretty easily. Murphy inside, back out to Cho. Looked for the corner three. Hopkinton has attempted a couple times, but just off the mark. Both teams pressing. Hopkinton sending 4 out, though. Ashland with only 3 in the backcourt. And there's an open shooter in the corner. Elects not to take it. Alyssa Leone tries on the pivot foot. Doesn't get the shot to fall, but Ashland keeps possession here. Leone has been pretty remarkable in the post this season. Ashland's keeping possession again, 9 on the shot clock. Leone for the inbounds. Into Cialino. Takes a dribble, but can't get the layup. Ashland with possession again. It did not hit the rim there, so 6 seconds on the shot clock. (19-7). Lead is 12 for Hopkinton. Give and go with Cialino and Leone. Over to Marcy, but the shot clock expires. That was Marcy's shot to take. Defense was not ready for that little bounce pass to the near side of the court. Hopkinton working through the press. They beat it. And with numbers. But the ball movement doesn't result in an open shot. Fossbender's going to make her own shot, though. I think they called that a jump. And more wholesale subs for Ashland. Among them, Julia Schreiber, who I believe is getting her first action of the day. Ashland with numbers here decides to take the shot. Bank shot doesn't go. And now Fossbender the other way. Over to Cho. Cho to Murphy. Collapses the defense. And with the hook shot, that is Trendle. She gets called for the foul. That was a shooting foul, so she'll shoot 2. Ashland still yet to score in this quarter, while the lead has ballooned to 12 for Hopkinton. Hopkinton manages to pull down the rebound there off the missed free throws. Fossbender directing traffic out top. Murphy to Cho. Cho picks up her dribble, but over to Fossbender. Fossbender drives again. That's been the money for Hopkinton today. But Ashland corrals the rebound. And Hopkinton knows they got to get back in transition this time. Morella doesn't care, takes it to the rack. And called for a foul. Called for a foul is Hopkinton, I should say. So Morella's going to shoot 2. Hopkinton did realize one of their weaknesses was in transition as Morella hits the first. And so they forewent the press there and elected to just get back on defense, but Morella is such a steady ball handler for Ashland that she just drove it right up the court and took it herself. She goes 1 of 2 at the line. 8-19. Hopkinton with the lead here. Ashland getting more aggressive with the press, now sending 4 in the backcourt. Ashland very disciplined at getting back on defense, it would seem. Also been very good at stacking the paint, but doesn't matter how well you stack the paint if Cho can hit a 3 like that. And a quick turnover for Hopkinton again. Cho with another quick 5 points. And timeout Ashland. A couple of crucial quick turnovers. And an easy 5 points for Lauren Cho. And now the lead has ballooned to, let me do some math here, 16. 24-8 is the score here. Almost at halftime. Ashland's been consistently pretty good on the defensive end. It's just Hopkinton is finding the right spots. Their offense, as I said before, our offense is layered. It consists of a lot of off-ball movement, pick and rolls, that sort of thing. And they're really disciplined at using their entire 30-second shot clock to really penetrate the defense and find that best possible look that they can get. And one would think that it would result in a lot of threes for Hopkinton, but their shot chart is pretty evenly distributed between threes and mid-range shots and layups at this point. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, exactly half of their points have come from threes, and the other half have been points either in the paint or from the mid-range. Leone with the inbound in the backcourt. Looking for Lima, she finds her. Lima crosses the timeline. Hopkinton still electing to press. Lima does not pick up her dribble. Over to Marcy, Marcy into Leone. Back out, thought about the three. Leone tried to cut baseline to the basket, but Lima had other ideas. Tried to find her in the corner. Hopkinton ball here. Cho finds a lane and manages to get it across the timeline. But Ashland was not as disciplined that time in getting back in transition. But they have not fouled all that much this game, as we see there. Loose ball comes out Hopkinton's end. Over to Fossbender. Trying to get downhill is Ionelli. Shot for Hopkinton doesn't go. And tries to make the outlet pass, but I believe they're calling a foul on Catherine Carter here. Oh, no. Maybe just brief injury timeout to make sure the player who went down was okay. But Catherine Carter denying that outlet pass, because that's what Hopkinton's been doing. Leone on the other end throws it out to Carter. Carter manages to keep it in bounds. And Shepard taking it to the hoop. Excuse me, that was Ellis taking it to the hoop. And just barely doesn't get it to fall. Fossbender with a jumper just outside the paint. And it's good. 26-8. The lead is 18 for Hopkinton. Ellis again. No good, and here's Hopkinton the other way. Murphy, top of the key, dribbles it off an Ashland defender's foot, and Lima the other way. Fossbender is with her every step, but Melissa Leone is there as the backup and puts it up. It's Ashland's first made field goal of the quarter. And a wild shot pulled down by Marcy. Yeah, Hopkinton does not have the best transition defense, and Ashland is just exploiting that every time they can. That seems to be the only way Ashland's really succeeding in getting points in this game is in transition. Kulaga with the inbound. Over to Ciolino, handoff back to Kulaga. She drives down the lane, but the layup doesn't go. Hopkinton the other way. Here's Cho. No good. And jump ball. As good as Ciolino is in the paint, rebounding is a lot easier for Ashland when the Marcy twins are in there. Cho driving downhill. Layup doesn't go, and Ciolino with the rebound. Making me eat my words. That was a tough rebound. Ciolino tries to pull down the offensive, but instead it was Alexis Trendle. Both teams playing some good defense right now. Pull-up jumper doesn't go for Morella, but on the other end, Ashland didn't get back in transition. That's an easy 2 for number 24 on Hopkinton. And just before the clock expires, a foul was called. An offensive foul, I should say, on Morella. So 1.8 to go in the half here. Hopkinton gonna look for a quick shot. They find it. And Cho got a pretty good look around half court. It did not go though. So that's gonna be it for the half. Just before we kick it to break here on senior day, the score is Ashland 10, Hopkinton 28. We will see you in a little bit for the second half. And until then, I suppose get a drink, and we'll see you in about 2.5 minutes. And we're back for the second half of action here. Ashland in a deficit here to Hopkinton on senior day. 28-10 is the Hopkinton lead here. 18 is the Hopkinton lead, I should say. Ashland coming out quick, but a travel is called in the corner on, I believe, Catherine Carter, yes. Side out for Hopkinton. Ashland sticking with the press here. It's a man defense, but it is a press in the backcourt. Nice ball movement from Hopkinton here. And Fossbender controls the offensive rebound. Out to the corner, then top of the key to Murphy. Over to Cho. Shot clock running down, 3 seconds. But Hopkinton is not gonna get a shot off. They're not gonna stop play though, because Ashland has it going the other way. Carter for 3, and short. Hopkinton in transition here. Here's Cho. And rebound Hopkinton, and put back up. That is number 21, Caroline Connell. I believe those are her first points of the night. Carter in the corner yet again. That one's long. Cho to Fossbender in the half court. Back to Cho. Straightaway 3, and she kills it. Cho has been outstanding for Hopkinton here. And a turnover for Ashland. 33-10. Hopkinton has not let off the gas since coming out of the huddle. And this backcourt press, while it has, or full court press, I should say, it hasn't really resulted in a lot of turnovers, but it has put a lot of pressure on the ball handlers of Hopkinton. Cho downhill, little floater in the lane, doesn't go. Gets her own rebound though, and gets it outside. Murphy, top of the key. Schreiber defending her. Schreiber can't seem to stick with her on the cut, but Cialino, great defense on the help. And Ashland with the rebound. Schreiber handoff for Kulaga, but Kulaga turns it over. And a missed layup, but easy rebound and putback for Hopkinton. Caroline Connell has been good in that help slash putback position today. And a quick timeout for Ashland as Hopkinton just came out swinging here. 35-10. 25 is the lead for Hopkinton. As we are only a couple minutes into the third here. You're watching Ashland High School Sports on WACA-TV. Connor Donovan on the call today with Chase Abrams on camera. I believe this is the last basketball game of the regular season for Ashland. However, we will be at Loring Arena for hockey tomorrow. So I believe Ashland is taking on Hopkinton in hockey after a pretty thrilling Saturday night tie game with Medfield. The Ashland hockey team really battled in that game. Ended up being a 6-6 tie. Coach Dave Leith talking it over with his team. Maybe switching up the defense, talking about what they can do better on offense. And if I'm Hopkinton coach Mike Greco, I'm just gonna say keep doing what you're doing. Melissa Leone with the inbound over to Schreiber. Schreiber, the lone freshman on this team. Picked off by Fossbender. She's got it all to herself. And easy layup. 37-10. Hopkinton by 27. Schreiber over to Cialino. Ashland doing their best Hopkinton impression now. Swinging it around the key. Hard pick by Cialino, but decides not to go for the roll. And a bank shot off of the outlet pass by Caroline Ellis. Her first points of the night. Fossbender for three. Too strong off the back iron. Leone leading the charge. Faked the kick out, but did not get the layup to fall. And subs for Ashland here. On the court now, we have Claire and Lauren Marcy. We have Colby Lima, Morella, as well as Sophia Shepard. Good defense by Morella, and leads to a turnover. Lima leading the break. Morella sprinting down the near side, but Lima takes it herself, too strong off the glass. And it's gonna be Ashland ball though, went off a Hopkinton defender. That kind of energy is what you're looking for if you're Ashland here. Inbound to Lima. And under the hoop to Marcy. Marcy penetrates the defense, kicks it out. Morella rims out a three. And Morella called him for the reach-in foul. Or blocking foul, excuse me. 3:48 to go in the third. And this has been not a very foul-heavy game. Both teams been keeping it clean on both ends. Cho takes it from the backcourt and drives herself. Layup doesn't go, rebound Marcy. Over to Lima. Marcy connection there, and Claire draws the foul. So Claire Marcy gonna shoot free throws. Misses the first. 3:28 to go in the third. A lane violation for Ashland. That's not something you see every day. So Hopkinton ball here. The shot from Hopkinton doesn't go. Long pass tracked down by Shepard. Ashland sets up the offense. Good pick by Marcy. Pick and roll, but can't finish the layup. Marcy sisters trying to get a steal in the backcourt. Doesn't go their way, and Hopkinton sets up their offense. The off-ball movement for Hopkinton is resulting in a lot of fantastic open shots here. Shot clock winding down though. And the shot for Hopkinton goes. That's Caroline Connell still in the game and making an impact. That's her 6th point of the night. Colby Lima driving the lane, but turnover. And Ashland slow getting back in transition. Results in a shot for Hopkinton. But Ashland corrals the rebound and manages to maintain possession. Cialino, Ellis, Schreiber, Gosso, and Carter in the game now for Ashland. Catherine Carter gets doubled at the top of the key. Swings it around to Cialino. Cialino retreats to the corner. She's wide open. But Ashland has other plans for their offense. Carter drives baseline. Never mind. Cialino in the corner. And too strong on the three. Hopkinton getting some open looks here, but electing to opt for patience here. And it usually goes their way, doesn't that time. Oh, I lied, offensive rebound Hopkinton. Layup doesn't go, but Hopkinton again with an offensive rebound. Hook shot. Nothing doing for Hopkinton. And a hard block by Murphy. Just swatted Caroline Ellis's drive out of there. 55 seconds in the third. And Hopkinton seems to get a lot of offensive rebounds when they take long shots like the threes, and because they get killed in the paint. The boards are definitely not going their way if I were to take a look at the stats, especially when the Marcy sisters are in there. However, when they take the long shots, they usually get long rebounds. And when Ashland packs the paint, that's a good thing for Hopkinton. Jump ball, Ashland. Cialino going to make the inbounds pass. Over to Schreiber. Schreiber being hounded on defense. Ashland likes to do that action on the far side, where they usually have some combination of Carter and Ellis. Ellis cuts from the corner in front of Carter on the elbow, and then they throw. Whoever is the ball handler throws it back to whoever cuts to the corner. Seems to be a pretty good action for them. But they don't get to run anything that time, as easy steal for Hopkinton. 10 seconds on the clock in the third. But a foul on Carter. Neither team in foul trouble, really, so that's going to be a side out with 9 seconds on the clock. Murphy looking for the shot. Broken up by Ciolino. And they're just going to let the clock expire here as we head to the fourth. The score is Hopkinton 39, Ashland 12. There's been some good things for both sides here. I think Ashland's transition offense has been pretty stellar. They seem to know where to get the ball almost every time. It's just a matter of sometimes they just can't manage to finish. And Hopkinton has just been putting on a clinic with their off-ball movement, with their driving kick offense. And both teams have been pretty good in the at pressing at the full court press. Maybe playing a little zone. It's a good matchup here. Good adaptation from Hopkinton coach Mike Greco to opt for shots like the three, where if you're getting killed on the boards by height, you might opt for longer shots that get you a higher percentage of offensive rebounds. So we're underway for the fourth quarter here. Hopkinton with the inbound. Murphy top of the key. Hopkinton just running that motion. They cut along the top of the key over and over and over again, but they do manage to drive and kick. But a nice blocked shot from Gwen Gosso. Going the other way for Ashland. Easy dish to Claire Marcy, and that's her second point of the night. Or her first field goal, I should say. She did get to the line earlier. Hopkinton swinging around the key. Murphy for three. No good. Rebound, Claire Marcy. Marcy on ball handling duties, brings it up. Throws it inside to Gosso, but kicks it back out. Marcy takes the three, but no good. Pulled down by Caroline Connell. Murphy directing traffic as she crosses half court. Trendle. And that's a three from, actually don't have number 4 on the roster here. But Ashland in transition, draws the foul. That's Caroline Ellis. So Ellis is going to go to the line. 39-14 the score here. Misses the first, and Hopkinton has 3 fouls in this fourth quarter. I believe you get into the bonus on the 5th foul in high school. So Ashland could be going to the charity stripe more as this game goes on. Ellis misses both, and Hopkinton corrals the rebound. Ashland is pressing, trying to get an advantage there. But nothing doing as Hopkinton breaks the press and lays it in. Marcy over to Goso. Back to Claire Marcy in the corner. Three is no good, and Ellis stepped on the line. Murphy driving it up court. Over to Jessica Iannelli. Iannelli back out. Well, Murphy tried to put, I believe that was Carter, on skates, but didn't go the way she anticipated. Morella misses the layup. And kick ball, I believe it's going Hopkinton's way. Indeed it is. Foul on Cialino there. That's going to be one of the few trips that Hopkinton is going to the line for tonight. I believe that's Connell at the line. Five minutes to go in the game here. 41-14. Hopkinton leading. Connell goes 1 for 2 at the line. And Connell's been filling up the stat sheet in the second half, but there's Morella, who answers at the other end with a 3 of her own. And that's Murphy with a layup. And Lima bringing it down the court. Morella, same spot. Doesn't go this time, though. Hopkinton kicks it out. Hopkinton looking for that open shot. The ball movement is so good. And number 4 tries for the 3. Just right, doesn't go, but Melissa Leone at the other end. Layup doesn't go. And Hopkinton's going to take their time bringing it up. Over to Connell. Murphy directing traffic. And a great steal from, I believe that's Lima. 4 seconds on the clock for Hopkinton here. If there is one thing about Hopkinton's motion-heavy driving kick offense, is that sometimes they do run a little low when it comes to finding that open shot in the 30 seconds they're given. 3, 2, 1, shots up, but no good. Ball pulled down by Catherine Carter, and she runs it to the other end. Schreiber to Shepard, and Shepard's 3 is short, going the other way. Could have been a foul there on Murphy, but no call. three from Iannelli doesn't go, and Ashland in transition. Shepard misses the layup, gets her own rebound, and is called for the foul. Draws the foul, I should say. Connell is charged with the foul. Shepard misses the first. And everybody goes wild as Sophia Shepard hits the second free throw. I'm not sure if those were her first points of her first free throw made of the season or something like that. Everything I've seen of Sophia Shepard, she's been solid. But I suppose not necessarily a shooter on this Ashland team. Either way, she goes 1 of 2 at the line, but Murphy answers right back at the other end by draining a three. Claire Marcy, other end, rims out a three. Hopkinton comes away with it. Great ball movement in transition. That leads to another layup for Hopkinton. 49-18 as we're almost under 2 minutes, and a timeout Ashland. Coach Leith, Dave Leith, the multi-year coach of this Ashland girls squad, talking it over. Probably going to throw in a bunch of his seniors for this last 2 minutes. Maybe not the senior day win these Clockers were hoping for, but nonetheless still a fun game against their Tri-Valley rival, the Hopkinton Hillers. .2:12 to go in the game, and it's going to be side out for Ashland. Ellis with the inbound pass over to Lauren Marcy. Over to Goso, who corrals the ball. Gets it again, takes a shot, and is short. I think maybe the goal is to try to get all these Clocker seniors on the board tonight. And Ashland puts in the work at the defensive end and retains the ball. Inside to Goso, and she gets fouled. Nice spin move and lays it off the glass. Goso at the line for two. She misses the first. Got a lane violation again. Second lane violation of the night. This time it's on Hopkinton. So Gosso's going to get another free throw. And she banks in the free throw. And the bench and the crowd here goes wild. Gosso's first points of the night. Seems like they're well on their way to getting all these girls a point tonight. I think they just need a point for Kulaga, a point for Lauren Marcy. I think that's it. Hopkinton swinging it around the key. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Gonna need to take a shot, and they do. Number 24 on Hopkinton with the buzzer beater. 51-19, the score here. Approaching the last minute to play. Lauren Marcy driving to the cup. A hard layup, but she gets it. Under a minute to play here. Hopkinton still swinging it around the key. But a steal by Marcy. And here comes Kulaga. And she gets it. And that's all these Ashland seniors, I believe, unless, oh, maybe Claire Marcy hasn't been on the board yet. But other than Claire Marcy, all these Ashland Clocker seniors have scored. And I think Coach Leith called a timeout just to be able to sub in Claire Marcy. So we're at 26 seconds. And everybody's calling for a foul here because they're just trying to get possession back. I think that foul came about 10 seconds too late. And another wholesale line change. As I think the majority senior line is going to go to the bench here. Fossbender with the inbound. And they're just going to elect to run out the clock here. Cialino tried to put a foul on her. The refs are just trying to let the clock expire here. And that's going to do it here at Ashland High School. Your final score is Hopkinton 51, Ashland 23 on this senior day. Leading scorer for Hopkinton was, I believe, either Lauren Cho or Mackenzie Fossbender. I think they both had, no, it is Lauren Cho, excuse me. Lauren Cho, who I didn't see much of in the second half, I believe was Hopkinton's leading scorer here with 14. And then Mackenzie Fossbender with 8, Caroline Connell with 8, Lauren Murphy with 5, and Alexis Trendle with 5. Those are Hopkinton's leading scorers. On the Ashland side of things, we had a pretty wide scoring distribution here. Melissa Leone with 5, Carly Morello with 6. She's Ashland's leading scorer, but almost the whole line, the whole stat sheet is filled here for Ashland. Almost everybody got on the board. Most of these seniors, I might have mixed up, and Claire Marcy might have gotten the points, but I might have attributed them to Sonali Cialino. But almost all the seniors scored tonight, which is a refreshing thing to see on senior day. So Ashland will unfortunately fall to 1-6, and I believe this is their last game. But it was a fun season, despite all the setbacks. Still a fun season, and good that these girls got out to play. So that's going to do it here from the Ashland High School Gymnasium. I'm Connor Donovan. For my cameraman, Chase Abrams, good night and go Clockers.